Hey everybody, welcome to the show. Hi, welcome. I'm just checking my audio right now, making sure everything's good. Today is Technology Thursday, yes. Audio coming in. Yeah, we're good. Okay, right. So, I think we've got hair flying up here. Right. The brutal light above me. Okay, so today we're going to be making some seafood farfalle. Yeah, we've done this something similar before. Right, it's a box let me get the other camera going here. And I have to get a few rooms going. Oh wow, yeah, that's not exactly the camera I want. Let me adjust. Boom, there we go. Okay, that's actually the background for Sarah's show. Here it is. I covered the unsightly plugs with the zero water filter, which cost about $15, but these things work great. They're one of the highest rated filters out there. Highly recommended. Yeah. Yeah, it exceeds everybody on initial tries. It exceeds everybody in all the tests. So farfalle is a really kind of like a bow tie pasta shell, and I got a whole box out for $1, and it's non-GMO. You can see the non-GMO label there. Yeah, so we'll use that. That's $1, and then today we're going to be cooking with white fish patties. And I'm going to get those on a hot grill, and that's about $1.50's worth. And then I got about $1.50 worth of shrimp from Argentina I'll be cooking with. About $1, yeah, that's 3, 4, 5, about $1 for these peas. Yeah, and then the 6 is the onion and the yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with the onion. This cost another $1, and you can buy a can of mushroom soup, but I don't recommend it. You know, but yeah, that's the way to go if you want a quick, easy solution. I got this really good dairy-free salmon chowder I'm going to use. I got that for $1, so I'm going to add that. Let's take this up to $7 for 6 meals, okay? Because that's a lot of pasta. Let's do that right now. I didn't want a 6 in there, but I'm going to have a 6 in there anyway. 7 for 6 meals. There we go. All right, cool. First off, first order of business is I'm going to get the chat room going. Let's do that. And welcome to my kitchen here. It's a pretty cool kitchen. Yeah, I'm really kind of I'm just really in a great place. Growing my cactus has been fantastic. We got a little waterfall in here. Very fun. Let me read chat. Yeah, so this is the uploaded video that comes into YouTube every week. Hey, thank you, Porker. Hair looks fantastic. So doing a show like this normally would be very stressful for most people. But I've been doing it so long that it's become a lot less stressful. I'll say that. Yeah. Yeah, and I think we have to also look at the simple fact that you are looking at antiques here. Uh, this planter back here is from the 1920s. This is from the 1960s. Yeah, isn't that cool? And yeah, I got a gift from a relative that stayed with me. I told you this last week, and this is such a cool glass. Yeah, it's like a glass thing with shells in it. I thought I'd put that there, but I've got little tomatoes ripening from one of my tomato plants. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And these are the kind of rocks that we find right around our area. They're all naturally smooth, and they have it's like, how did these things arrive here? That almost looks like glass. That could even be some sea glass. Yeah, it's possible. But, all these things take so long to create. Oh, and then my amazing ghost ghost cactus. Just added some dahlias. Yeah, dahlias have added to the kitchen. I've got a petunia over in the corner over here that's just amazing. You can barely see it. No, you can't see it from that angle. But I have a cherry tomato growing in the window over there. All right, so let's get started. We're gonna get the pan on really hot. I'm gonna go to level 6 in the front. Okay, so that's gonna be in the front. I'm gonna get those two whitefish patties on there and grill them. And I'm gonna grill them with a half an onion. I've got a little half an onion in this package I'm gonna pull out. Let's check the chat room again. Yeah, we're only doing 2 of our broadcasts, our normal broadcasts. I am broadcasting on a bitwave, but it's not the right one, I don't think. But you never know. It might be. Not bitwave, sorry. Boxcast. Bitwave went out of business. I told them that as soon as I arrived, they would be going under. True. I said as soon as I arrived, then their view counter broke. It was just unreal. And I said they can't stop the load. And then eventually it went under. We're going to get a few more casts going too. I'm working on a couple others. Yeah, we always need to make new backup casts for the show. So we used to broadcast live on YouTube, and theoretically I could. Theoretically, as long as I keep the content within their guidelines, you know. So yeah. Cheers, and happy whatever coming. Halloween, Thanksgiving. Okay, I filled up my bottle with this really amazing safflower oil. I highly recommend it. Yeah, sorry. It's a personal thing. Okay, we'll spray that in the pan. Oh. Yeah, whenever you fill it up, you really have to pump it. Pump it good. All right. There we go. Yeah, this saves a little bit of oil. You know, you don't need too much oil when you cook. Especially when you want to get that pan glazed, though, and with some onions down before you actually... Whoops. Hi. Oh, we're getting very intimate. Me and the camera. So when you get that oil going, you're going to get the sizzle when you get that hot temperature going. So, yeah, we're just going to use a half an onion for flavor today. But you can use a whole onion. I'm cutting back a little bit because the onions are getting more expensive and, you know. This is the Cutco knife. Very quick. I take this on trips with me. And always look at a knife whenever you're cutting, otherwise you'll cut your fingers off. And see how I'm banking my hands down there? Aim your hands away from the blade at all times. That's kind of leathery, I'm not going to cook with that. Leathery onion. We'll put that in there. Oh, no sizzle. Didn't have time to sizzle. All right, we're going to get a scissors and cut these patties out of here. I think I'll cut the onion up too while I'm at it. I see people cook with scissors all the time now. It's like the thing. Oh yeah, you can cut vegetables with scissors. It started in at Costco, I think. They started doing that. Of course, that's where I saw everybody cutting. Oh, these are the ones that fall apart. Okay. Well, let's just put them in there and see what happens. I'm going to put them right on the oil. Yeah, right down on the oil. Okay, you can get in there. Go ahead and fall apart. I don't care. We're gonna take you apart anyway. Yeah, there's a reason why these things went for sale. Because they don't stay together, you know. It's like, okay, there's not a binder in it or something. So we went from cooking patties to plastic. No, you don't want to cook the plastic. We went from patties to now just moving the fish around in a hot pan. That's not good. Let's get the, thank you, more oil down on this. Okay, put that right on the oil. There you go. Pull the plastic out. Yeah. I would normally rinse. I'm going to rinse this out. Just because if you leave it in with the fish smell in it, it'll turn into like fish smell garbage. Yeah. And since I only throw my garbage out once a week in a very small container, because I recycle everything else. Okay, let's get a pan, let's get a spatula on this thing. I don't care, plastic will do. Okay, I'm going to spray on top of the thing. It's going down with oil on it. Okay, just what I thought, you know. It's going to be really hard to get a glaze on this. So I had this fantasy of having this browned, toasty, you know, wonderful patty of seafood. And now I'm descending into just push it to the side with the onions and get something else in there. Okay, let's do that. I think today I'm going to make a vegetable too. Aside from the pepper that I get for 50 cents, I'm going to make a vegetable. Okay, you take the seed ball out. Grab the old handy knife, the French curl. If I was cutting meat, I would be using the Meow TV knives, of course. And you want to go with a cross cut with this. I basically threw it on the side with the onions, like I said. It's crumbling. Come here. Cooking in a 7-inch space is not exactly the ideal place to, you know, I'd rather cook with a big, huge chopping block with, you know, more presentation space. Okay, I'm going to put a little more oil down. And we're cooking on a hot flame, so we're going to put those peppers right down. There's the sizzle. Make sure those other things are not sticking. So put the fish right on top of the pepper. It won't mind. Okay. We're still going on level 6. So now I'm going to throw a little water in. Steam fry. I'm going to reach in this and get a yellow squash. I rinse the yellow squash off. I'm going to throw that in there with it. chopping the ends off the yellow squash. Then I'm going to take it and bisect it. And then throw that right in on top of the peppers. Now, since you're using a fish, we might want to go with some seasoning too. And I think just a general, yeah, and give the whole thing kind of a spin, because you don't want that, you want it to cook together with the fish. And you don't want anything to stick. So all you really want is just enough moisture for it to set. Sorry, speaking a little loud. I'm going to throw a half a teaspoon of Italian seasoning in, organic. And then I'm going to throw a little bit of pepper in here. Natural pepper. Organic. And then I'm going to throw some dill weed in here, because it has a fish smell to it. Okay. Okie dokie. And then I'm going to throw a little bit more water in. All right. Keep that at level 6. Keep cooking it. You're doing a hard steam fry on that. Okay, now I'm going to start a boiling water in the back. So we're going to go over to the water here, which is reverse osmosis filtered. I'm going to fill that up to about half full. David, those are, yellow squash works really well in pasta dishes, I find. You can also add some cauliflower. And I think we will add a little turmeric to that pepper, I agree. Uh-oh. I'm running out there. I'm going to add some of it from the filter. All right, that should do me. I'm going to put it on a high flame. Level 6 in the back. Take that boil up. Normally I'd boil in a way in advance of the show, but I thought maybe I'd come in at the final moment and kind of bring everything together, at the closing moment. Wow, so you're tweaking my recipes? Good, Bengalitis, that's good. You're working on a recipe book? Excellent. I didn't want to put the recipe book together, so it was easier for me to just do videos. I think Sarah's at the door. Hi. How are you? Good. She made it in. Yeah, it's a little rainy here in the Pacific Northwest. It's still boxed because the hot water's not ready yet. I've got to put some salt in the hot water, so I'm going to take some of my Himalayan sea salt here and throw that in there. Oops. It helps to have the cover off. I was wondering why it didn't pop out, and the cover popped out. It was floating upside down. The pants are on. Yes, I have pants on. I have great pants. I got these Dockers. They're great. They fit perfect, So I bought a couple pair on sale. $3.49 a piece at the thrift store. The best clothing at the thrift store, seriously. Technology Thursday we talk about all the great things technology offers. But I noticed that Technology Thursday is kind of moving toward Conspiracy Technology Thursday. It's because all the technology that's going on right now is almost scary. You can imagine, robots and all that, micro aerial vehicles. Yeah. Yet the ascent of technology, it's growing exponentially. So when we talk about technology, gosh, we've got our tablets, we've got everything we want. And our desktops are still working great. But they're thinking of way more advanced, which we really don't need that. I'm more of a passive technology guy. One of the key originators of the internet, I don't know his name, but he actually walked away from it. He said, I'm moving to the woods. I'm going off grid. And he literally went off grid. Okay, let's give this one a turn right now. And I'm going to throw some turmeric and some garlic powder in there. So we got some turmeric here, which is very good for you. And mixed with the pepper that's in there already, it should work great. Let's do a little stir thing. I'm going to put both of them together like that and then shake them together to save time. All right, I'm going to give it a stir. Beautiful. Oh, that's coming really nice. Okay, I think I'll put a little more turmeric in here because it wasn't coming out too fast. Oh my God, I'm almost down. I'm almost out to the bottom of my... I'll have to refill. I'll do that later. Okay. Turmeric is in yellow mustard. It's one of the key ingredients. So if you use this like on hot dogs, it's fantastic. It's actually good for you. Can you imagine eating a hot dog and saying, I'm eating health food? That's what I do sometimes. I'll make myself one of these organic hot dogs I bought, Applegates. And yeah, I'll make a hot dog, and I have this organic whole wheat hot dog bun that I bought as well from Simple Truth makes them. And I put this really good high fructose corn syrup, strictly made of sugar. It's really good. Heinz makes it. It's pretty awesome. Look for the label, no high fructose on it. And then I add some strip of little mustard, yellow mustard across the top. And that's all I need. I don't even need the pickles or the relish. That's just like, oh my God, that's so good. I mean, how could I possibly live without some hot dogs, right? So I found these really good organic hot dogs. So. But Sarah has convinced me that by and large, hot dogs are pretty much the worst kind of food you can eat. Yeah. She convinced me of that. Okay, I'm going to turn the front down to a level 3 now. It's about 15 minutes into it. Now I'm just kind of simmering. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the shrimp to this. And the shrimp is perfect. It's already in juice and it's not cooked. It's fresh, raw from Argentina. I got a big bag of it. This is about $1.50's worth of shrimp. I'm going to throw that in there for flavoring now. All right, I'm going to put some peas in there too. I've got a whole thing of peas, 1 cup of peas. Typically you can get that for about $1 frozen in big bulk bags. This is organic. I bought that at Costco a long time ago. I'm going to throw that in on top of it, like that. See? All right. We're getting there. Now, again, you can use mushroom soup perfectly fine. In fact, I should use this can, but this is from 2013, and there's rust around the edge of the can. So it's like, okay, it's basically a prop, you know, but it's also food if I need it 5 years from now. Same with my other chicken noodle soup. So I'm not throwing my MSG stuff away, but I do realize that MSG is not the best thing for you. So if you do cut back on MSG, that's great. This product is really an amazing product. I couldn't even believe I bought it for $1. It's normally like $4, but I'm going to put this in there. This has less than half the salt. 700 milligrams in this, and the other food items are pretty much minimal. The fish patties were $3.50 for the 2 of them. I believe, no, $3.50 per patty. So there's 700 milligrams in the 2 patties, which are all broken up now, and there's 700 in this. So we'll be at 1400 to 1500 milligrams of salt for the whole meal, which was spread out among 6 people would be fine. Right, I'm not going to put this in until I finish off the vegetables and kind of marry the ingredients. So I'm going to give this a big spin just in general. There we go. Don't want any sticking. Perfect. Okay, so all the seafood smells and tastes are coming through. Now, this is also true if you do the can of tuna fish. You can easily make this meal with a can of tuna fish, or 2 cans of tuna fish, but just throw all the ingredients in there, because they'll really add to the taste. Normally I would rinse my tuna fish, but no. When you're making a pasta dish, all the ingredients are good. Okay, we're getting close to a boil in the back, which means that we'll be ready to close down on the whole meal, which will be good. Yeah, so sometimes talking to the chat room might be more enjoyable. That's 700 for 2 little patties. Yeah, I checked the box out. I'll show you. Wild Whitefish Alaskan Burgers. I got this whole box for $3, so $2.99, and it said $3.50 per serving size, and there's 4 servings in the container, so it's $3.50 per serving size, so it's 700 for the 2 patties. I picked up some of this too a while back. This is really good. Wild sockeye salmon. Yeah, whenever I see things like that, I either freeze them right away if I see a really good deal, and just wait for the right time to cook them. Just like my white bread, I've got this amazing white bread that I picked up for $1.50. That you rarely see organic white bread. So I put that in there. If you're gonna make French toast, be perfect. French toast, organic white bread, that'd be nice. That's what I'm envisioning for, and you don't need a lot if you freeze your bread. You won't have to buy bread for a couple months. If you have enough freezer bread, you literally don't have to go out for a couple months to shop. Okay, let's crank it up. Come on, let's go. We're getting to a boil. We're almost there. We're still level 3 here, and now I'm going to open up the jar. That's strange. That's very strange. That's not good. I am not able to open that. Isn't that amazing? More proof that I'm not a robot. Wow. So what do I do with that? Let's try it from a different angle. The assault. Let's see if I can get it open. Man! Got it. Now I know why it was on sale. Oh my God, that was a workout. Wow. Ta-da! Oh, we got a boil going on. This is great. Symphony of cooking. Okay, I'll throw the Farfalle in there. The whole box. There's a little sea salt in there, but that's about it. I think I'll throw a little dillweed in there, just for the heck of it. Yeah, I kind of like to cook with an herb, All right. Yeah, you do have to buy dillweed, or you can just use pickle juice, Okay, we'll pour this on top of this. Wow, it's thick. Look at that. It's perfect. Oh, yeah. There we go. Get in there. Oh, there's some salmon in there, too. Oh, doubly great. I'm going to put some water in there. Just enough water to kind of rinse it around. Not too much water, but definitely get all the interior from that good tasting salmon. This product is made. They make a shrimp version of it too. Paleo Safe Harvest it's called. Pretty good. I'm gonna throw that on top of there. Bring the whole thing to a boil. Wow. Big chunk of salmon in there. Oh my goodness, that's huge. I didn't know I'd get that. Wow, that was a big bonus. This is kind of a vichyssoise. Or possibly a bouillabaisse. I'm not sure. I'm going to give this, man, David, you know some big words. Okay, I'm going to give that a cover, and I'm going to keep the cover off that. It can just cook, boil open. Now, typically that farfalle takes about 13 minutes, so we've got plenty of time as we're moving toward the top of the hour. Yeah, like this is what I stored my onion in. It's an old Monterey Jack cheese thing, right? Use that again. I mean, it's not gonna, the onion smell won't go bad. I'm just gonna stick it back in the drawer. I don't need to have new pieces of wrap around every onion. You know, there's a point at which do you really need more? I do have a large collection of plastic bags. I'm almost embarrassed by it. I'll show it to you. Check this out. This is unreal. Yeah. This was a double bag opportunity. Every one of these is a bread bag. All organic bread that we bought over the past 5 years. I don't eat a lot of bread, but man, this is like, man, I got more bread bags than anybody on earth, I think. What am I going to use it for? I don't know. I really don't know. Who knows? Maybe I'll store water in it. I don't know. I put a little bit of salt, screw loose. I didn't do an ass load. No. You don't need too much. I use the mineral salt, you know, the Himalayan mineral salt. I poured it in earlier. This stuff is great. I should stand here like Biden, you know. Great. He's so funny. In a bad way. Yes, I have served this similar meal to relatives that I dislike. And they loved it. They loved it. In fact, they practically had a divorce right in front of me. No flavoring in there. They probably had it was the weirdest experience because the husband was saying how great the meal was, and the wife was getting incredibly jealous. And these are people I never saw again. They're relatives of mine, distant relatives, and it's like, no, I think we're done. I can't tell you what they did in the kitchen. It was just beyond belief. Well, I will tell you. She was so upset that her husband was complimenting my meal that she grabbed her throat and started choking or pretending to choke. I mean, right there, like she started, and everyone like was going, "What? Are you okay? Are you?" And it's like, I'm just kidding. It's like, whoa. I've never seen a person pretend to choke at a dinner place and think that's a joke. That's the first time I've ever seen that. So that was the end of the getting to know your relatives. It was the weirdest thing. Oh yeah, I don't really want to say anything more than that. Oh my God. Getting to know you. She was not the blood relative. The blood relative was the thing that sat in my kitchen and complimented me. Oh, he later slandered me in the media. Oh yeah. I take notes. I have all kinds of notes. So this is the reason why I love cooking. You can just, this is your place, kind of like Sarah in her classroom. She has her own domain. But you know, you have the timing, everything is what you want to do, not what somebody else wants to do. Now the nice thing about this meal is if you do have farfalle and you want to like wrap it up and keep it like, you can actually pull it out a little early and put it in the dish and combine it. And it'll just all fluff out to perfection, which I think I'm going to do. Farfalle. I've got this big industrial thing that we were using for the pears. And I got to tell you, Sarah did an incredible job with the pears. It was beyond belief. I'm really impressed. We have these, all of these, like 12 of these. And they're all pears that last about 40 months in that jar. Isn't that cool? 40 months. That's a long, that's like 4 years almost. Yeah, so we did a lot of canning. We had such a prolific year with the pears that why not? I have a pear vodka liqueur I'm still making from a year before, if you can believe that. Okay, I'm going to turn everything off. It did the 13-minute thing. I'm going to drain the farfalle. Run a little water down with it. They're not quite done, but they will be when I put them all together. I'm going to turn both of these off right here. Okay, then I put a little bit of oil down on this glass. There we go. Just so that the farfalle doesn't stick. Okay. Then put it right in on top. Beautiful. And get every last bit of it. There's still some in here. Okay. And then all of it there. You know, I'm going to get something else from the kitchen. I'll be right back. Le Gruyere from Switzerland. I thought this would be a nice touch. A little Le Gruyere from Switzerland. Yes, you can use Parmesan cheese if you want. Let's put that on the pasta first. Okay, right there, like that. There's a little more salt in this added. And then take this beautiful boiling container, beautiful boiling stuff right there, and pour it right on top. Voila. Make sure you get everything from the bottom. And just kind of nest it on top, like that. And the shrimp is in there. Oh my God, this looks so good. And then top it off with a little bit more Le Gruyere from Switzerland. It's going to set now. All that steam. So I have this nice plate that fits it perfectly. Make sure it's clean. Clean enough. Whoops. Okay, that's it. That is all you need. Now, if you want to serve this dish with a light salsa, that would be kind of interesting. Like green salsa. Ooh. I don't really know what you would serve it with. Mayonnaise. It'd be great cold too. If something happens, like you have to go out the door the next day and you happen to have it in the refrigerator, you know, and your family needs to go on a trip, just add some mayonnaise to the dish. A little bit of like sour cream or yogurt, non-fat yogurt, low-fat yogurt, plain yogurt, no flavored yogurt, but yeah. And it should be an incredible pasta salad. Really incredible. You won't be sorry. You'll know it would be the best thing on the road if you take a road trip. Which I haven't done a lot, a long time. 2 years now it's been since our road trip. I kind of miss the road, you know. I like driving therapy. It's fun. Well, when I drove 50,000, or we went across country 50 times, so. Practically, I've driven practically, I don't know, probably 1 million miles in my life, probably. A little less than 1 million. I think I'll round out at 1 million miles by the time I, finish my long road trips. Good. The governor of Texas is using shipping containers to block the border. Excellent. Thank you, Mariana. Well, that's a good step in the right direction. Apparently my idea is not original, by the way. Other people have thought of this as well. But I was the one that measured the distance of the border we needed to cover, 1,000 miles. But the container idea came out in the 80s. A lot of people had that, so this is a good thing. But I didn't, I'm not going to claim that as my idea. No. Other people have had the container idea. I just think it's time has come. Hey, I'm going to close down now, but you can see you can feed a lot of people with this. Just a huge dish. Definitely feeds 6 people, so I'm going to sign off. This is David's Kitchen saying good night for now. And I will be back in the show in about 5 minutes. See you in a bit. Thank you.